Hello, and welcome to the second episode in my Attempting Survival Mode series. Alright, we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I believe where we left off, I had just reached zero. So I am in the very center of the world, and of course, it's nighttime. So, great. Jumping off from here, let me get some light spread about the area a bit because I'd like to see them coming before they come and kill me. I will admit, being in this woods is a little disheartening because can't really see what's coming at me, and I surely can hear them at least. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do first, I'm just gonna play it safe. I was thinking about it, and my spawn point is really pretty much just where I started the world, so nowhere near where I am right now. So what I need to do is just make me a little hole here and then get my bed set up so that way I can at least get my spawn point set to this area. I don't want to end up dying for some stupid reason and then I have to go all the way back to where I spawned in to restart all this. Let me go ahead and seal that door real quick and get me my bed set up. Alright, there we go. Now, go ahead and sleep till morning and apparently hurt myself. So now, another beautiful day. Alright, and I'll go ahead and just leave that there. Alright, now I didn't really receive any suggestions in the comments or from you, Chuck, about what you really want me to do getting started wise, so I'll just go ahead and start winging it and hopefully figure something out, come up with something cool. For the most part, the only suggestion I got was find some lava and make a nether portal, which will eventually happen. I can't say it's going to happen anytime soon. Obviously, I don't know why I'm collecting rose bushes, but obviously I need to focus more on getting the necessities taken care of first, which includes food, shelter, mining area, so that way I can get some iron, get some better tools set up. So first thing I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start clearing trees. I have no clue how big of a home building I want, or at least for my central base. So I'm just going to start clearing these trees out, probably about here. As soon as I get that broken, yeah, I'll just probably from here to the hill over there and about as wide as the edge of that, somewhere in the range of the water over there. And we'll see how that starts to look. Alright, and of course, I contemplated just finding a way to set this all on fire and letting it burn to clear out, but I still need the wood being so early into the series. And it's an unfortunate thing because it's just a constant cleanup right now. not getting a chance to do anything really overly cool. Cool. Use this last wooden axe, and then I can move on to stone. Should be a lot quicker, a lot easier for the viewer, because then they don't have to sit and watch the tediousness of this. I mean, granted, it's really what this game's all about. You're gonna sit and watch me break blocks for half an hour, and then come back and watch me put down blocks for half an hour. Now, I'm thinking some sort of tower, something to get me elevated up will probably be my above ground. I can't, I like to dig down. I like to build into the ground because it's a lot easier than putting up walls when I can just carve out a nice cave to suit my needs. The only problem with that is this here, knowing how deep down that goes, I might not have all that much room below to really do much unless I incorporate the cave into my design, which is possible. We'll see where we get from there. But I think my first real feat will probably be I hear you, I don't see you. My first real feat will probably be more just getting that vertical portion put in. And despite it all being birch around here, it's not a problem for me because I particularly enjoy building with the birch wood. I like that the light color of the wood. I'd say my two favorites are probably birch and spruce, the two opposite ends. If I just had those two, I think I'd be alright. And I think, as you can see, I got my two right here. So it's actually a really good spot for me. I know there's a bunch of different kinds at this point. There's oak and dark oak and then acacia as well. But for the most part, I simplify things by just sticking to those two types. I think they have a good contrast on each other. Alright, so there's half of it. Once again, just like in the other episodes, leaves annoy me. They just stick around way too long. So now I've got all that. I'll finish off probably just up to the base, so probably about right here. And then I'll start counting out a perimeter type. So that way I can have at least some kind of symmetrical shape going on for the start of the house. And there goes the last. Well, that's a new noise. I did not like that noise. It sounded like a helicopter for a second, but I think something just growled at me. Oh, these new noises, I didn't like that. Let me come down here and get where's my crafting table? Alright, we'll get that set up here and get me a stone axe. Alright, so this should, boom, a little bit quicker. I don't like leaving saplings just floating. I do like to collect them if possible. Even though there's so much birch around me, they might be useful in the future. Alright, let's see where we're at. Alright, so I do have that little bit of water here that could be pretty useful for future. Ow, dang it. They keep making noises at me. It's daytime, and I know they're not coming up top, but I think I'll feel a lot better once I get myself a little cleared off area. Less places for them to hide from the sun. It's always one. It's way up there. Gotta just out of reach. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we'll clear this little section here, and that should be it. Now, first off, I gotta start by building a foundation. Now, I know it's not... you don't have to follow the rules of the real world in this. Once you put down a block, it's stable, but foundations are good to put down. Just simply so you can get an outline, at least, of what you're trying to do. It helps you visualize. You can also get kind of a framework of where you're going. And it looks like night's coming on, so got a full day of lumberjacking in. And that should... that's a good suitable amount of space there. So back to my little hole. Now, I think this is the first time that I've actually gone through the night twice in bed. A lot of times when I play, I just relocate what I'm doing. Once it gets dark out, I go underground and use that time to collect stone and other necessities. I don't know, it's weird. It almost seems safer underground at night because, for the most part, when you're in a mine, they can either come from in front of you or behind you. But when you're out here in the open, seems like they just show up out of anywhere. All right, so let's do this. That's what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to seal this whole place up somehow. What'd I say that was? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it'd be 12, and then 13 to the center. So 12 out. So 1, 2, and there goes my shovel. Do I have another one? No. Alright. Let's get back over here. Get me another shovel made up. Of course, switch over to stone. Running out of supplies already. So let's finish off my regular and just make sticks out of those. feel like I'm right on top of a zombie nest or something. It's the way these guys are making noise. So what was that? 12 out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this should line me up with the edge there. Cool. Alright, so there's one corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Make sure I reset these. I'll go ahead and put one on the corner. And come on, there you go. And let's see if I can get to, there we go. Here's, alright, there is half. So, that's 25. It's going to be 25 by 25. It's going to put me into the hill a bit, but that's doable. Maybe build the house into the hill. And I did not count that one, so I have to come over here and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It doesn't get me quite to the hill, but there we go. Alright, so there's 3/4 of it done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. And boom, there we go. Alright, there we got it. We got the outline of my foundation. So now that we got that started, we're gonna need some stone once I clear this out. I think I'll go down one more and then fill the whole thing up with stone. So that way if I want to redo the floors eventually. I keep running out of tools. Yeah, so if I do a double layer foundation, then that way if I feel like I want to redo the floors, give a little bit more of a design, I can do that without messing with the underneath too much. It's always one problem I have is not remembering to double layer, so that way I can make rooms look different. If you only have one layer of stone as the roof or the floor, not even stone, if you just have one layer of blocks as the roof or the floor, then when you move on to the next floor, even if you're moving up or down, it's going to have to look the same as the floor above or below it, because if you break any of those blocks, there goes the floor or roof of your original room. Same with walls, you got to remember to double layer those. Also gives you a little bit more freedom on making custom doors. You double layer them, you can even triple layer them, put some torches in there, make a kind of a double doored entryway. else. Okay, it looks like I'm filling up on dirt. So let me start my first chest. Now I could have sworn that I got a chest earlier. From the bonus chest, but I'm not seeing it. I don't think I made one over here. Well, oh well. Let's see what I need. I need to make me some of those. And ditch this guy for now. Give me some chests. 2 should be sufficient for the time being, and I will put them next to my bed. Alright. And now let's start ditching things that I know I'm not going to be using, like dandelions. I don't need this many stacks of dirt. I think 1 stack of dirt should be sufficient to hold on to. Don't need andesite. Plenty of saplings. Leathers for later. Now let's start organizing this up a bit. I'll need to set him somewhere. Don't need roses or seeds. I can put some birch wood up. Glass bottles from that witch I killed, but I almost forgot about. Keep the wood. You know what? I'll go ahead and set that furnace up. I'll go ahead and put my regular ones up. Keep my cobblestone and put the map there. Alright, that looks organized enough. And we'll go ahead and knock down a little bit more just so I can fit my furnace in here. Don't want it too close to the bed or you won't be able to sleep. It'll be too hot. So get my fuel and my food. Cool. Of course. Here comes the nighttime again, so let me come in here and you know what? I will put a door in. Come on, there we go. Alright. There. Now I got a door and I don't have to keep putting up dirt blocks to try and keep me safe. Get my chicken and put some more pork chops down. Alright, so now I'm not going to be wasting a whole coal. Get at least one of those cooked off of. There we go. And while those are cooking, cool. Alright, so now back to this. Let me clear up the rest of this real quick. Now obviously this isn't going to stay, this is just kind of a place marker. What I like to do, especially when I'm in creative, what I'll do is I'll go down to bedrock level and I'll build a beacon in there. And then it just shoots straight up, so that way I've got the center of the world marked. see from a distance. That way I know exactly where I need to go if I'm trying to get home. So, well, I'll tell you what. Right now, where am I sitting? Not quite sure where I'm sitting time-wise. This is day number 3, I believe. So, I'll go ahead and I'll stop recording for the time being. Go ahead and clear all this out down 2 layers so that way you don't have to watch me do it, and then I will be right back.
2 hours later.
Alright, and after what seemed like it took forever, I now have the outline of where my foundation's going to be. So, get some more torches down just in case. Probably can't have too many torches. So, get that all taken care of. Alright, so this is going to be the start of my base. Now, I did find this. There's like a little trench under here. Went ahead and put some torches down so nothing spawns underneath me, but it leads to here, the big opening. So this will probably be where I do most of my mining operations. Now, there was another end over here, like so, and I could turn this area, expand it a little bit, turn it into maybe storage, an enchanting room, something, I don't know. It's kind of just a little recessed cave. But past this, I just need to add my stone in for the base of the building, and then start working my way upward. So, with all of that done, I think I'm going to call this video. It's been about a half an hour. Go ahead and end this here. Now, just like last time, any comments, suggestions that you want to make, Chuck or Chase, I know you're watching these too, or anybody else for that matter that ends up stumbling upon this series. Any suggestions, comments, something you want me to attempt to build? That's the big name of this series, is attempting. I will attempt to do whatever I can to make this place as cool as possible, or at least as functional as possible. Alright, well, I'm going to call the video here. It was long, it was tedious, but luckily you missed out on most of that. And until next time, I look forward to the suggestions. I'm going to bed.